Hello again, basketball fans. Welcome to High School Hoops Weekly. We're into the season now. We're underway. We're over here at Ashley High School checking out the girls' practice going on right now. Powell actually had a chance to meet up with the boys' coach, Bryn McSwain. You guys did an interview with that. Let's check it out right now, a little first part of it.
With me is Bryn McSwain, Ashley head boys basketball coach. And Coach McSwain, last night, you guys had a little bit of a showdown with North Brunswick. Tell me a little bit about what happened in that game. I know we wrote the story, but now you've had a chance to look at film, and tell me what you guys saw out of that.
You know, it looked like a first game for us. I don't want to take anything from North Brunswick. I think they're better than they were last couple of years. You know, now that Reggie Kobe and some of those other guys have moved on, you know, they're really looking to show guys that they're more than just three players. And Brian Hayes did a tremendous job with them. They were with Laney neck and neck for about 26 minutes of that basketball game, and you know, it just looked like the first time we played in a long time, which it was. We're battling through some injuries right now. We usually have about 9 or 10 guys at a practice, and there's some big minute guys that are not 100% right now. And you know, I love the pace that we play. I love how we're defending fairly well right now, and it's almost up to our standards where it needs to be.
Your defense was particularly good in that game. You've got a lot of length down there in the post. You know, talk to me about what your defense is able to do with TJ and Dylan, two guys who are 6'5" and 6'7" respectively.
Yeah, well, TJ's about 6'8" right now, and he, you know, 11 of my 12 kids are either in honors classes or AP classes. I mean, you don't find that a lot in high school. So we can do some different things defensively and offensively. We can scheme for certain teams. We can do certain things. We can change up on the fly and make a lot of adjustments.
Hey, you know, I know that we're going to have some more of that interview coming up a little more later on in the show. They're looking like they're going to have a pretty good squad. We're going to talk even more about it. One team that got underway this week had a kind of a rough go, but they played well. They've got an excellent guard. Tell me a little bit about New Hanover and how they opened up the season.
Absolutely. New Hanover went up to Fayetteville to play Terry Sanford to open up that season. That's the same team that's knocked them out of the playoffs the last 2 years running. And it didn't quite go the way that they wanted it to. Freddie Jackson started off with 21 points to lead New Hanover, and James Hill chipped in another 13. New Hanover looked like they were in control, up 24-9 after the first quarter. Yeah. Terry Sanford came back, ended up actually winning 74-68. So not quite exactly the storybook opening that New Hanover wanted, but still a solid effort, and yeah, that Terry Sanford team's got everybody back off that team.
Absolutely, kind of a tough break there. You know, they're finally trying to get over that hump, trying to beat Terry Sanford. Fallen twice before in the playoffs, fell short one more time. Long season to go. A lot of other games we got to this week. Tell me a little bit more about some of the roundup.
Absolutely. Also in the boys, you had Laney in North Brunswick. North Brunswick actually held with Laney for 26 minutes of that game, but Laney ended up winning 64-44. Actually transferred Travis Keys, who's now playing for Laney, had 19 points, and Kadeem Allen chipped in another 16. So Laney's looking pretty solid as well. Topsail downed Jones 62-32. West Bladen took on St. Paul, and it came up with the win 75-26. And Coastal Christian downed Epiphany Christian 63-41. And that's the boys team. Now over in the girls teams, we also had a huge game to start off the season.
Absolutely.
East Bladen, 2A runner-up last year, taking on Hoggard. This was a big game. You know, really two evenly matched teams. But in the end, Hoggard just couldn't really handle the two-headed monster that East Bladen had. Courtney Melvin, obviously a huge player last year, back again. She had 20 points. But really the story here was Jasmine Kemp. Courtney Melvin was in foul trouble most of the second half, fouled out early in the fourth quarter. Jasmine Kemp came through, kept East Bladen going steady, and had 22 points in the game. Patty Evers, their coach, was ecstatic that the team managed to win, actually without one of those two good players. So that's a big step for East Bladen, and you're probably going to want to watch out for them. We're going to be hearing a lot about those guys later on.
Absolutely. I know we covered them a lot last year. Kemp and Melvin ran the show last year. They're back again. I see nothing but great things, like you said. But there's other girls around the area too, and we got some of that action as well. Tell me a little bit about some of the other girls.
Absolutely. When New Hanover boys went up there, the girls went up there too, and I came away with a narrow three-point loss. Terry Sanford won 41-38. Shanta Williams had 15 points to lead New Hanover there. Also in the girls, Ashley, just a couple nights ago, took on North Brunswick, came away with a win. That's a big win for Ashley because they lost those 4 seniors off last year's team, and now they're still showing up pretty well. Also, quick shout out, Caroline Atkinson set a new school record for Ashley by taking 4 charges. That's always going to make a coach happy when you take 4 charges in a game.
Well, I can tell you right now, with the practice going on behind us, we've been hearing Coach preach defense, defense, defense. So, you know, there's a good start to them right there. If they can keep playing that defense, they're going to do some good things. Well, right now, let's get to the rest of your interview with Coach McSwain, and we'll let you take it home from there.
And speaking of the other 3 high schools, all the other 3 high schools in the area are really guard heavy. Everybody else is kind of centered on point guard, shooting guard, swing guard. You guys are different because I think you got 6 players that are taller than 6'2". You've got all those guys in the post. Tell me a little bit about why you structured your team that way and how you like what the advantages are of having such a great post presence.
Well, it's, you know, we're structuring what we're doing around our personnel, and I'm lucky enough this year to have guys who are big physical players. Dylan is especially just a big, strong kid. There's not another player in this conference who can move him legally. There's not, he does a lot for us defensively and offensively. And TJ, with his wingspan and shot blocking ability, allows us to really pressure the basketball at the right times. And you were there. The shots we missed were layups. I can't. We got what we wanted, and we just got to put the biscuit in the basket, as Mom used to say.
That's been Coach Bryn McSwain from Ashley, talking a little bit of hoops with you here. Make sure to check back with us at starnewsvarsity.com, on Twitter at starnewsvarsity, and on Facebook at starnewsvarsity there too. You're already on the website, so poke around a little bit and have some fun. Thanks.